Welcome to Album Reviews with JoJo, aka Josiah, or Lazy Day 51, and I got my buddy here, Gage, with me.
Goo.
So anyways, the album we're reviewing today is called Where Do We Go From Here?
By Pillar. The genre is a Christian rock. Some would call it Christian metal, but it might have metal elements.
Probably not metal, or maybe alternative rock.
Yeah, that would
something like that. But yeah, anyways, Pillar is a Christian band. They've been here for a long time.
They're older than us.
Yeah, this album was released in 2004. It has 12 songs on it.
And it is 42/12.
There you go.
So it's a decently long album.
So it's got some bangers.
And some mediocres.
Bring Me Down or Hypnotized, one of those two is the most popular song. I'll put it here. Maybe not, but I think that's what it is.
It's Frontline.
Frontline, that's right, it is Frontline.
Which makes sense, because that's my favorite.
And so I think Fireproof is...
It goes Frontline, Fireproof, Not Without a Fight, Bring Me Down EP.
Right. Anyways, besides the point. Alright, so let's get into this album review.
First song is Hypnotized. Personally, I give it a 7 out of 10. It's not all that special lyrically, it does have the name of the album in it. Can you play that clip?
Yeah.
Where we go from here. But I enjoyed it musically very much. Musically, it sounds very good, and it's a good energy song. It's the kind of song that you would want to open your album. It's strong, it's good, and fun. It's a great way to open the album.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
So I agree. I grew up with this album. I remember 7th grade, right on the bus, listening to Hypnotized, and I was like, dang, this is the life. So I've listened to it a lot, and probably at least 5 years, and I have not gotten bored of any of the songs, not gotten tired of any of them. Now Hypnotized, it's a great way to start off the album. It's the main song of the album. I feel like maybe they could have worked it in later on, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
And you can make the argument that it's overplayed because it's the first song on the album. It's like when you listen to an album, the first song is usually, it's the first and your favorite that are usually the most played.
So yeah, but 7 out of 10? I don't know, I think it deserves higher. But we can have our own preference.
So for me, I did it. Some songs I wish were higher, but the way I rated others, I couldn't do it.
So yeah, I'm gonna go 8 out of 10, Hypnotized. The beginning riff, it's always in my mind. So yeah, Hypnotized, 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Great start, we both agree.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, next up.
Bring Me Down. This one might be a controversial pick, but I gave it a 5 out of 10. Apparently, most of the listeners disagree with me.
Maybe.
I said, it's not a bad song, but it suffers for being forgettable and somewhat bland. It's not bad, but it's not great, especially for being the second song. It's just too similar to the rest of the album for me to remember it.
Now, when you say forgettable, that doesn't come to my mind because I memorize the lyrics like nothing. Like right now I can sing the entire song, Bring Me Down, because I've listened to it so much. But yeah, I get what you're saying, but I don't know. I feel like Bring Me Down may be better than Hypnotized. I do think the riff is better than Bring Me Down.
I can remember the riff. Lyrically, all I can remember is, you can't bring me down. That's all I can remember of the lyrics, but the riff, I can remember the riff.
So yeah, I will give that a 7 out of 10, because I think that is a very good song.
Next song in the album, Holding On. I give it a 7 out of 10. The vocals on this song I like a lot more, and they sounded amazing. The music itself, it sounds a lot like the rest of the album, but again, it's also supposed to sound similar.
Yeah.
Because if it didn't, you'd be like, where are these people going? And I said nothing to write home about for I guess 2 in a row, but I think Holding On is one of the stronger songs on the album, and it's a great way to open. I think they opened very strongly.
Yeah.
That's for a few songs.
I think Holding On is solid. Yeah. So, but I don't know. That's upbeat, holding on. I do agree, it's nothing to write home about. I don't think it's the best song on the album. I'm gonna give it
6.
a 6. Yeah, I'll give it a 6. So it keeps going down. Go
I
ahead.
think, well, no, I could see it being a 6. For me, I like the lyrically and the vocally. I think it's very good.
Yeah. All right, so next up is Let It Out.
Let it out, can you hear me?
I think this is one of their better songs.
I agree.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The Let It Out is pretty good. Gage, what are your thoughts?
I gave it an 8 out of 10. I think I really liked the vocals and the instruments and the tempo throughout. I liked it slowed down for a minute, but then during the chorus again, it would go fast. So I really enjoyed that. And then it would get louder and quick for the chorus. I thought it was a great song. 8 out of 10.
Yeah, especially the bridge for me. That like the lyrically is pretty good, really good. I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
The next song is Simply.
It's you simply love.
Go ahead.
I thought it was like I was prepared to give it another low rating. I was like 5, maybe a 6, and then I listened to it and I was like 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I really like it. Like, cause the pace is slower. It manages to be loud but slow, and I thought it was a great song and I had perfect pace. And going into it, I was like, dang, this is gonna be kind of a lame one. But then I listened to it and I was like, this is fantastic.
Now, for me, what really hits home is the meaning, or what I really enjoy, because
I agree.
it's all about how, despite any bad thing we've done, God still loves us. And I think we can take that to heart.
Like I said, all the stupid things.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10.
We agree.
9 out of 10.
Oh.
I'm gonna get a 9 out of 10. This is one of my favorite
I
songs.
could go
like,
higher. I didn't give it
period.
a 10 out of 10. The only reason I didn't give it a 9 out of 10 is because there's one song that I gave a 9 out of 10 because I didn't give any 10. So I was like, I'll let the best song, my personal favorite, have it.
I don't know what your favorite song is.
You don't? You don't?
I have it in my mind. I think I know what it is.
It's a fun song.
Yeah. So yeah, Simply, very good. Especially the live version. I don't know if you listen to that, but
I've not heard it.
it's good.
The one that I know the live version of is Frontline. But it's a very good live version.
All right.
Their
Yeah.
live versions are kind of whack though.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, what's up next? Rewind.
Rewind. We're finally getting to it.
If I could rewind.
All right.
I gave it a 6 out of 10. Which the only reason is musically. Lyrically, I think it's fantastic.
Yes,
I really like
I
lyrics.
agree. It's all about all of the mistakes we've done.
Yeah.
We wish we can go back and fix it, but I mean we can't. But if we could,
Because that's one of the things one thing I really like about Christian music is that it can have multiple meanings because it's like an earthly meaning. So like in our mortal lives, on earth, it's we could talk people you care about. Spiritually, it's like you wish you could rewind because God knows everything you've done and God loves you, but it hurts God to see you do all the stupid things.
yeah.
Which
I think Simply and Rewind coincide with each other.
Yeah.
I think it's why they grouped them together because they're.
Which, thinking about it lyrically again, like how good it is lyrically, I would bump it up to a 7 out of 10. But just like musically compared to the rest of the songs, I don't think it could be higher.
Yeah.
At least with the rest of my ratings.
I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 because, I enjoyed it. Not as much as Rewind or Simply, but still, it's good. It's good.
Give it a 7.5.
7.5. All right. So what's up next? We're about halfway done.
About there. Next is Frontline.
Frontline.
I know it's their most popular song, but personally, it's my favorite song.
Naturally.
I know I'm cringe.
No, I understand.
I like the energy, because it's like he's like speaking to the audience when he sings it, and you know that's always fun. Like hearing that song live is like that's the song where you're like, dang, this is gonna be the most fun.
Yeah. I do the riff. It's stuck in my head. Like anytime I hear Frontline or like Front Lines, anything like that, I just think.
Great opening. It's
great.
It's the energy and the sound, because I know popular songs are bad, supposed to be bad, but I think a lot of songs, they're popular for a reason. You have to give credit where credit's due, and I think Frontline is one of those.
Yeah.
For me, it's a 9 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Yeah. Anyways, what's next?
Next is Underneath It All.
Oh,
which-
Underneath It All.
Do you like that one?
I'll let you go first.
Dang. So I give it a 5 out of 10. It's not bad, but you know, to me, again, it's kind of how Bring Me Down is with me. I felt they sound like two of the songs that sounded most similar to each other. And I like it, but I can't give it higher. I want to, but it's just for me, it's too much like the other songs. Which it's not bad. 5 out of 10 is not bad. It's just like I feel like if the lowest an album can go is 5 out of 10, it's a very great album.
Yeah. When you were talking about forgettability earlier on, I have that feeling with Underneath It All. Really, I know this album by heart, but Underneath It All.
The only way you could recognize is when they say the name in the song.
Yeah. Like I couldn't tell you what the chorus or lyrics were. So yeah, it's probably on my fault, or maybe it's not. I don't know, but
Sometimes, because not every song is going to be great, especially when it's not like one of your main tracks or your singles.
I'm getting to this one and a one later on confused with the two, because of how close they are the same. And Underneath It All is probably, if not the worst, then one of the worst songs of the album. It's not that it's bad, but
I think it's the worst of the album, personally. I would agree. I'm glad you agree. I thought you were going to disagree.
No.
You were about to roast me.
But I will give you a 6 as opposed to a 5 that you gave. All right, this next one, Dirty Little Secret.
I enjoy it thoroughly. I gave it a 7 out of 10. I like it slightly less than I did when I did before when I first heard it. I just gotta look at it. It feels a lot like its own song on the album compared to the rest, which I really like. It even has like a guitar solo, which it isn't the most intricate of solos, or there's probably more solos that I just am too stupid to remember. But that was the most like on its own song. Yeah. And it's one of the more fun songs. So I gave it a 7 out of 10. Great song.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Dirty Little Secret. It's short. I think it's the shortest one of the song, or of the album, sorry. So, I don't, like, there's nothing that bad about it, but it's because the song is a faster paced song. But I do agree. I don't agree with you on this one. I don't think it's
as good as it is.
Yeah, 7 out of 10. I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a 6. Maybe a 7. No, I'll match. I'll get you a 7.
Okay.
But I've been rating most of the songs high, so.
Yeah.
But yeah.
This is like one of your like top albums of all time, so it's fair.
Yeah.
Next is Staring Back.
Staring Back?
Which I gave it a 6 out of 10. I don't think there's really much wrong with this song. It's lyrically and musically good, but it feels kind of filler, which you need. You know, there's always gonna be filler songs, and I think this was just the song that felt the most filler to me. And that's all. It was just like, it's not one of their songs that they're looking to chart. It's just one of the songs to like complete the album, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't know. I don't know about that because staring back is also known as reflection. That's like kind of like the end of the chorus. That's what Nathaniel calls it. But I don't know. I enjoyed this one, especially lyric wise. I think it's lyrically creative, and it's kind of like same vibes, or like meaning wise as like My Own Enemy.
I can go with that.
You know, it's kind of like being you're not being who you want to be. Something to that effect.
The meaning wise, I would give it higher for that. Because how I did it, some of the songs I feel like are better than the others, and I didn't want to have it all be like 7, 7, 7.
Yeah.
Really, a lot of these songs could all be just like 7 or 8s or even 9s.
Yeah. Yeah, staring back, I'll give it a 40.
41.
I'll give it a 51. I'll give it a
20 plus 21. What's the song?
6. I'll match with you. I'll get you a 6.
Okay.
Because I will fight for it, but at the end of the day.
Next song. This used to be your favorite song, or it might still be, but it's One Thing. And I gave it an 8 out of 10. I wanted to go lower, but musically, it's a very good song, and the instrumental at the end is so good that I'm willing to go 8 out of 10.
The instrumental is like 30 seconds long at the end. Yeah. Yeah.
Is you got a problem with that?
I actually didn't. I don't enjoy that
Really?
ending because it fades out with.
It makes you think it's going to another song almost, and it's like, oh, it's not. It's still a song. There's another song that I know that's like that. Sorry for that. There's another song that I'm trying to remember that does that to me, because it's a neck deep song.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it cuts off and then it starts back again, and I'm like, is this a Green Day song? And no, it's still neck deep.
Yeah. Yeah. But, so One Thing. It's like I said. It's as soon as I think about it, it just goes. The lyrics and everything come back to me. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed it, but I don't think it's not like on par with the others.
Didn't it used to be your favorite song?
I don't know. Like
Last year.
I might have played it at church because it was a softer song.
Well, like at school, you would talk about it, or you would say you're listening to it a lot.
I think it just happened to come up. But maybe, I don't know, maybe it was at a time, but
It's fallen out of favor.
it's still good. It's still good though.
The final song on the album is Aftershock,
So break all these chains.
and I gave it a 6 out of 10. Nothing wrong with it. It's good, but with my other rankings, it doesn't deserve to be higher than some of it.
Yeah.
It's a solid song, especially for the end of the album, where people would usually do weaker. Though, like Sum 41 on Chuck, where they did nudes, I thought that was a great way to end it, because could be my favorite Sum 41 song besides Still Waiting, because it's also the first I've heard. But this is about Pillar. But it was 6 out of 10, so it's still kind of weak, but you know, for the closing of an album, I didn't think it was bad.
Aftershock, it's stuck in my head, but it's not the good stuck in my head, you know?
It's more so like, I just listened to Friday by Rebecca Black stuck in my head.
I don't even know what that is.
It goes Friday, Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
It's kind of like that, but I'm not tired of it. It's just like,
There.
I do agree it's one of the weaker songs of the album. I will give it a 7. I'll give it a 7, because it's good, but
It's not there.
yeah.
I think overall, I gave it a 7 out of 10. I would give it an 8 out of 10 in retrospect. I think it's a great album that deserves more credit than it's given, which as a Christian band, much credit isn't given. But Frontline did actually top on secular charts. Yeah. But like songs like Frontline, Hypnotized, and even weaker songs like Underneath It All, they're all good. And even with the filler songs, they do their job, they do it well. And overall, I really like it. And its songs, I think it's a great album.
Yeah. So yeah, I would I grew up with this. Like I can't not rate it high. But after all these years of listening to it, Pillar has been there with me, and I haven't disliked them. Like I've listened to more of their stuff, and they're just a great band.
Yeah.
So yeah, you give it an 8 out of 10 to the album?
I'd give it an 8.
I'll give it a 9.
Except now, when we do other albums, it's gonna be hard to rate songs that we're not fans of. It's gonna be because sometimes they deserve it, but it's gonna be like, are we ever gonna give anything lower than a 5?
Yeah.
We'll see. This is our first one. It's always we can revisit this.
Yeah, I think
series.
I think as time goes on, if we keep doing these, we'll get our levels, right. I think we can come to grips with having below a 5, and maybe this album's a 9 out of 10, but it really should be like a 6 or 7, and then later on we'll kind of adjust. We might re-rate this maybe in the future.
We'll become more musically inclined.
Yeah. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you comment down if you want us to do any other albums specifically. We can't guarantee that we will rate them, but we'll do our best. Thank you for watching to the end, if you did. Make sure to like, subscribe to Bros Not Fro Studios. Alright, thank y'all for sticking with us. We'll see you.
Bye-bye.